We are DuBois Family Adventures! Hey y'all, welcome back to DuBois Family Adventures, where the DuBois fam, Mom Michelle, Dad Joshua, and kids August, Adelaide, and Auden go around the world with our crazy selves and bring you with us. And this time, we brought the grandparents, Gigi and PopTart. Okay, so today we're visiting the CN Tower in Toronto, Canada. The CN Tower is one of those things that doesn't look real when you see it from a distance. It's massive, like comically massive. Even when you're standing right under it, your brain kind of refuses to accept how tall it actually is. Before heading up, we passed through a small security area, quick and easy. The kids, of course, brought their toy axolotl from Ripley's Aquarium. It's apparently part of the family now and goes everywhere. Normally, we buy tickets in advance, but I wasn't sure if the skip the line passes were necessary because it's kind of a slow week. Turns out they weren't, so we just got the tickets at the door. PopTart paused to consider doing the Edgewalk. That's the thing where you're harnessed and walk along the outside rim of the tower 116 stories up. He didn't say yes. He didn't say no. He just considered. He's still considering. There's this long, cool walkway that leads you in with an exhibit on how they built the tower. It's actually wild, like building a spaceship vertically in the middle of a city. PopTart stopped again to watch a video on the Edgewalk. Yep, still considering. Inside, there was a full CN Tower made of Legos. August noticed there were little Lego people on their own tiny Edgewalk, which immediately made the tower even cooler. Adelaide and I had a silly face competition somewhere along the way. I think she won. Her commitment to the bit is elite. Then they showed us to an elevator labeled purple, Adelaide's favorite color. It was destiny. And once the doors opened, the CN Tower delivered, y'all. The main observation deck was breathtaking. You're surrounded by these huge windows, and it feels like you can see the whole province. Toronto sprawled beneath us like a toy set. Auden, of course, was hungry. And when Auden is hungry, he sees nothing but hunger in his mind. He gave the CN Tower maybe 15% of his attention. The rest went to lunch and to the gift shop. After taking in the observation deck, we took another elevator up to the very top. So this requires a separate ticket, but it's just an extra $11 on top of your general admission. Right before it started, Adelaide very calmly said,
"If the elevator falls, call everyone you love."
Which was comforting in a weird way. All right, so at the top, there are just no words. It was just that kind of view. The whole family was stunned. Michelle was a little scared and stunned at the same time. She's not one for heights, but she still enjoyed it. We learned the tower actually sways about 1 meter or 3.7 feet in each direction. I didn't feel it myself, but Michelle and Gigi both said they did, and they looked a little unnerved, but I was just taking in the view. The back at the main observation deck, there's a section where you could lean out over the tower in a glass floor when you can look straight down into the ground. Adelaide took that moment to find her inner peace and hit a full-on Zen pose right in the middle of the glass floor. Unbothered, as always. We made a reservation at the 360 restaurant ahead of time. Now here's a pro tip. If you book a table, your admission to the CN Tower is free. Not a bad deal. The restaurant itself was incredible. Amazing food, and the floor rotates as you eat. So you kind of get a slow motion 360 tour of Toronto throughout your meal. That alone was worth it. The kids got creative with their place settings and turned the paper menus into tiny masterpieces. Adelaide and August were both pretty peaceful with theirs, but Auden's piece came with some interesting interpretations of crayon art. So the food was great, well prepared, beautiful views, and those kids' Sundays at the end were the perfect way to wrap things up. It was awesome. All right, so after the CN Tower, we walked back to the hotel, but we stopped for some beaver tails along the way. Michelle let us know that there's actually a substance used in food that comes from a beaver's butt. I didn't believe her, and I bet $20 and unfortunately lost. This led to a lot of jokes about beaver's butts. But anyway, back to the story. The CN Tower exceeded the hype, y'all. This is a must-do for any Toronto trip like our spring break trip. Soak in the views and enjoy it. It's absolutely amazing. That's it for today's DuBois Family Adventures. Would you be afraid of going to the top of the CN Tower? Would you ever try the Edgewalk? Let us know in the comments below. And remember to like and subscribe. We've got some great stuff coming.